I'm presently working. I do not really have a video planned, and I have to put one out. So here we go. As we all know, dude has COVID. He left the hospital today. There's video of him struggling to breathe, and I was just horrified. Just looking at that just caused me to, cause my breathing to get labored. I'm just like, what the shit, man? And to the jackass who commented on the last video and was just like, all he has is the flu. I encourage you to look at footage of your hero and you tell me if that looks like the flu to you. You were just like, oh, I had the flu a month ago or whatever. Is that what you had? If it is, I am very happy that you recovered. But I want you to look at your boy because he's not looking too good. That shit is more than the flu. In addition, my allergies are acting up. I did not realize that I had allergies until this year after the pandemic happened. And I was just freaking out about everything. One of the things that I was freaking out about was just, my breathing. I'm just like, holy shit. I feel like, I'm congested all the time. I don't know what's going on. I can't take deep breaths. And, my doctor pretty much was just like, yeah, you probably have allergies. And whether I've had them all this time and not even really thought about it or no, I don't know. I don't know. Someone told me that you can have allergies, but they probably don't really flare up unless you move someplace different. And in New York, this didn't bother me. I didn't feel like I was congested, like my nose was stopped up all the time. Now, yeah, I'm just like, what is going on? Why do my nostrils just feel blocked? So whatever. Just trying to deal with that. And every time I breathe, I'm just hoping and praying that I don't have COVID. Even though I don't see anybody, don't hang around anybody, I'm not up on anybody close enough or long enough to get it. But you never know. You never know. There's always the occasional story of someone who swears they've been quarantining, then they get sick. So who knows? Who knows? Additionally, my neighbors are loud as fuck. You can hear them walking. Cause my ceiling to creak and some more shit. They're okay people, I've spoken with. It's a family, husband, wife, and son. The husband is cool. Son is cool. The wife, I guess she's okay. She was the first one that I spoke to about the noise. And she, those candies where they're just first they're sour and then they're sweet. She was the reverse. First she was sweet, and then, when I was just like, y'all are kind of heavy-footed, boy, she just turned real sour. Real sour. Also, it's not really their fault. It's the way the structure is built. So, you walk certain areas of, the apartment or whatever, it kind of causes noise. But the thing about it is that sometimes it's just like they're fucking just stomping, walking hard. I can hear them and I can tell when they're walking around and, doing their thing, living their life. And that's fine. But then there are just other times where it's like they've tied bricks to the bottom of their feet and they're just trying to stomp out a fucking wildfire. It's just what the fuck are y'all doing up there? And it's not for a short period of time. It's an all-day thing. Yesterday I was livid because it was seriously from 9 in the morning until 10 at night. And thankfully it was 10 at night because 10 at night is early. Sometimes, there's stomping and shit going on until 1, 2 in the morning when I'm up trying to write. So I've just pretty much been enduring. I don't know what I'm going to do. My lease in this place is actually only a 7-month lease, which essentially means I got about 5 months left. So I can either just endure for the next 5 months and then try to get another apartment, which is what I think I'm going to try to do, or just move the fuck out. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens because, like I said, I've spoken to them twice and it doesn't make sense to, continue to, speak to them because they're not going to do anything different. There's not going to be a different outcome. They're not going to tiptoe around their apartment for me, and I wouldn't want them to, but, just at the same time, there's not going to be anything different. So another thing that I found interesting, amusing, was on Twitter, a lot of people were coming for Ava DuVernay. And I guess it stems from the fact that when Trump was admitted to the hospital or whatever, and everybody else is, essentially wishing death on the man. Ava was just she she didn't wish death on him. She wasn't going to wish death on him. But then I think she tweeted that, she hopes he recovers because she wants to, see him convicted, go to jail. She called him all sorts of, monster and this, that, and the other. And, people attacked her for that. But then she kind of doubled down on that with the subsequent tweet where she says she's not going to expend energy and time on wishing death on anyone. But, if people want to do that, go ahead. And folks were coming for her. They're just like, aren't you the one that made, the whole mini series about the Central Park 5? And, didn't you lose a loved one to COVID? And you want to, wish him a healthy, recovery. This is coon behavior. This is like slave mentality. Bowing down to the oppressor and blah, blah, blah. Revolutionaries don't wish their, oppressors well. They want them dead. That's how you overthrow the system and get rid of these people. And, I see where both sides are coming from. Just like me personally, I don't wish death on anyone. But then again, I'm not gonna, wish the man, a healthy recovery. It's just universe, do what you do. I leave it in your hands, karma. I am not expending any energy actively wishing death on him or anyone else. So I do understand that. But then I do also understand, people are upset. People are mad. And people want to see this man dead. Hey. But what struck me about this was that even though people were coming for Ava for her kind of, seemingly hypocritical stance, it really just seemed like people took the opportunity just to attack her. Whether they were talking about, her movies and shows that they thought were whack, or whether they want to come for her because, she ain't nobody's auntie, she's too good for that, they wanted to. It's one of those things where it's just like people had these things that they wanted to say, but didn't have the opportunity to, or didn't feel comfortable in saying until this moment, where it's like everyone is attacking her. So it's just like, yeah, let me get my licks in too. That's what it felt like. That's what it looked like to me. And I've been on the receiving end of that, where someone has said something very hurtful, very hateful to me. And it's just like, this is nothing. You didn't just make this up just now. This didn't just spur the moment anger, speaking. This is some shit that you've been holding back from saying. And you think now is the opportune moment to just unleash on me. So I haven't forgotten that. And I know what that feels like and what that looks like. And that's what all this madness on Twitter looked like to me. Let me just take this opportunity to attack Ava while everybody else is kind of jumping on her. And that's some lame shit. That's some weirdo behavior. Also, I want to send a shout out to Claudia Conway. She seems to be the only one giving any kind of honest information about what's going on, with Trump and his hospital situation, which, I supposing she's getting from her mother, Kellyanne Conway. So she's on TikTok and she's, putting out her little videos, and in the comments, she's saying things, letting folks know that Trump isn't doing as good as they are saying, he's doing. They're trying to make it seem like he's doing better than he really is. And she's just like, no, man, that fool is sick. So shout out to Claudia Conway. It's funny that people are looking to her as a reliable and trustworthy source of information. It's just who'd have thought a 15-year-old girl would be the one with intimate knowledge of the health of the president of the United States, and she's the one giving honest news about what's going on. We live in crazy times. 2020 is fucking crazy. Well, the workday is finished. I made shrimp and grits for dinner. Supposed to make it earlier for breakfast, but I didn't. So I just made it for dinner. Going to get some writing done. I've been working and editing other people's work all day. Now it's time for me to get to work on my own stuff. I am probably on draft number 11, I think, of this particular project. Chomp. Even though I might not be calling it Chomp for much longer. But yeah, I'm almost finished with this draft. My mentor wants me to take a huge chunk out near the beginning, probably something like 15 pages. It's difficult. This is when they say that writing is rewriting, especially when it comes to screenplays. This is what they're talking about. That's all this is. You write the script and then people give you notes, and then you've got to go back and try to work those notes into your script if you feel that they're valid. Although when you're working with producers, studios, money people, they're gonna feel like their notes are valid. So you gotta try to you gotta try to work that shit in somehow. It's the struggle. It's the struggle. So anyway, that's all I got.